Nigeria is in the midst of a digital transformation that's not only reshaping its economy, but also laying the groundwork for Africa's financial future. The rise of fintech in the country has gone beyond the banking sector. It's empowering millions of underserved individuals, businesses, and communities who previously had limited access to financial services. After doing research on the Nigerian economy, we discovered that the economy is undergoing a fascinating revolution that is quietly transforming the country. But before fintech took center stage, what were the key factors driving Nigeria's economy? What led to this technological shift, and how has it transformed the financial landscape? And as Nigeria advances in this tech-driven era, are other African countries prepared to follow suit? But first, let's rewind. How did Nigeria's economy flourish before the fintech boom? Nigeria has long held the title of Africa's largest economy, and with over 200 million inhabitants, it's also the continent's most populous country. At the heart of it all is Lagos, the bustling megacity with over 20 million residents. This financial powerhouse is up there with the likes of Tokyo and Mexico City as one of the world's largest urban centers. For decades, Nigeria's economy has been tethered to its vast crude oil reserves. The oil sector has always been a moneymaker, fueling the nation's growth. Even when things took a downturn in the 1980s due to a global oil glut, oil production bounced back in 2004, hitting a record-breaking 2.5 million barrels per day. According to the World Bank, oil made up about 80% of Nigeria's government revenue and 90% of its foreign exchange earnings by the mid-2000s. In fact, in 2010, Nigeria was shipping over 1 million barrels a day to the United States alone, making up 9% of their imports and a whopping 40% of Nigeria's total exports. Fast forward to today, Nigeria produces 2.4 million barrels of oil per day, placing it 10th globally in proven oil reserves and 2nd in Africa, just behind Libya. It's safe to say, oil has been Nigeria's bread and butter for quite some time. However, relying on oil alone can be a slippery slope, and Nigeria has been keen on diversifying its economy. One of the key players in this shift is the financial services sector, particularly the booming fintech industry. However, a significant challenge remains: financial inclusion, as nearly half of Nigeria's adult population is still unbanked or underserved, especially in rural areas where traditional banks are either few and far between or simply non-existent. But here's where fintech comes to the rescue, offering innovative mobile money and digital payment platforms that have the potential to bridge that gap and extend financial services to those hard-to-reach corners of the country. So how exactly is fintech reshaping Nigeria's economy? With over 3,300 tech companies, Nigeria has emerged as a thriving hub for tech innovation, especially in Lagos. This thriving ecosystem has positioned the country as the third largest tech hub in Africa, just behind South Africa and Kenya. Now, considering that about 40% of Nigerians are financially excluded, the stage is perfectly set for the fintech industry to make a profound impact. The country's insurance penetration is also shockingly low at just 0.4%, so there's plenty of room for growth across the board. Fintech is offering more accessible financial products that are closing the credit gap for micro, small, and medium-sized businesses. According to a 2022 report by the International Finance Corporation, the unmet credit demand among Nigerian MSMEs is a staggering 13 trillion naira, which is nearly $8 billion. With the rise of mobile banking, digital payments, and a host of other innovative solutions, fintech is playing a key role in bridging that gap and bringing financial services to previously underserved communities. And the impact so far is huge. Nigeria's fintech industry is revolutionizing the traditional banking system, enhancing efficiency, and expanding access to financial services across the nation. This transformation is marked by the rise of prominent fintech unicorns such as Interswitch, Jumia, Flutterwave, OPay, and Andela. Additionally, innovative players like PiggyVest, KudaBank, Carbon, Remita, and Chipper Cash are also making significant impacts. One of the most profound changes is the shift from cash-based transactions to digital banking and fintech solutions, bypassing many of the steps seen in Western markets. A key driver of this leapfrog effect in Nigeria is the advent of mobile money and digital wallet services, which eliminate the need for traditional bank accounts, particularly in rural or underserved areas where bank branches are limited. This shift to digital banking from a cash-based system is further propelled by Nigeria's youthful, tech-savvy population, rapid mobile phone and internet penetration, and a substantial unbanked or underbanked demographic seeking accessible and convenient financial solutions. This transformation has attracted substantial investment. Between 2014 and 2019, Nigerian fintech companies garnered over $600 million in funding, with $122 million secured in 2019 alone, representing roughly a quarter of all funds raised by African tech startups that year. What's even more impressive is how fintech firms are working hand in hand with traditional banks, creating services that meet the ever-changing needs of Nigerian consumers and businesses. These partnerships combine traditional banking services with innovative fintech solutions. Familiar offerings from banks, such as savings accounts and bill payment services, are now enhanced by fintech innovations like lending platforms, virtual investment advisors, digital insurance, and seamless remittance services. An example of this successful collaboration is Interswitch. This major Nigerian fintech company has partnered with commercial banks to offer a wide array of services, including ATM management, Verve chip debit cards, and mobile banking solutions like USSD banking and mobile wallets. Interswitch also launched QuickTeller PayPoint, a platform designed to give individuals and small businesses easy access to essential financial services, especially in areas where traditional banks are scarce. It has been a real game changer for those who would otherwise struggle to access banking services. Another key player in the fintech world is Flutterwave, known for its white label payment gateway service, Rave. Flutterwave is making it easier for merchants to accept online payments by working closely with major banks in Nigeria. The talent and innovation bubbling up from Nigeria's fintech ecosystem are attracting global attention. In 2020, U.S. financial company Stripe made waves by acquiring Nigerian fintech startup Paystack for a whopping $200 million. Founded in 2015 by two young Nigerians, Paystack was born from a vision to streamline online payments in Nigeria with a secure and user-focused platform tailored to the local market. This high-profile acquisition underscores just how attractive the African fintech market has become to international investors. All of these fintech innovations depend heavily on reliable internet infrastructure. That's why in 2021, the International Finance Corporation invested $100 million in a bond issued by Liquid Telecommunications to expand digital infrastructure across Africa, including Nigeria. Strong broadband connections are critical for fintech growth, and investments like this are laying the groundwork for an even brighter future. Speaking of innovations, Nigeria made headlines in 2021 when it introduced the Naira, a central bank digital currency. This move came as no surprise, given the country's booming interest in cryptocurrencies. Some say that the 2016 economic recession, triggered by falling oil prices, pushed Nigerians to explore digital currencies like Bitcoin as a way to protect their savings. By 2019, Nigeria had the largest crypto market in Africa and one of the biggest cryptocurrency user bases in the world. With the fast-evolving landscape of digital currencies, Nigeria's fintech revolution is reshaping the economy from the ground up, empowering millions with innovative financial solutions. But as Nigeria's fintech sector continues to boom, it begs the question, are other African countries catching on to this trend? The rapid rise of Nigeria's fintech scene isn't just transforming the country's economy, it's setting the tone for the entire continent. The ripple effects are spreading far beyond Nigeria's borders, shaping a more inclusive, digitally connected Africa. According to a 2022 McKinsey report, Africa's financial services sector is on track for explosive growth. The report highlights that the continent's financial services market could expand by approximately 10% each year, with a potential revenue pool of $230 billion by 2025. The continent's youthful tech-savvy population, where over 60% are under the age of 25, provides fertile ground for this transformation. Additionally, the growing demand for accessible financial services among the unbanked and underserved populations is fueling the rise of innovative fintech solutions. Nigeria, alongside Kenya, South Africa, and Egypt, is often hailed as one of Africa's big four fintech hubs. However, the scene is expanding. Several other countries are stepping into the fintech spotlight. Ghana, Rwanda, Mauritius, and Tunisia have been fostering dynamic fintech ecosystems, attracting both investment and talent. These countries are laying the groundwork for startups to thrive, establishing themselves as emerging fintech powerhouses. More countries like Uganda, Morocco, Senegal, and Tanzania are also making their mark, showcasing potential and making strides in the fintech arena. These nations are creating environments where innovation can flourish, ensuring that fintech's reach isn't confined to just a handful of African countries. To truly grasp the changing landscape of Africa, it's crucial to dive deeper into these rising economies. So, if you're curious about the African lion economies making waves on the global stage, check out the playlist on your screen and watch our video on these fast-growing nations.